the very beginning of AIDS, before it blew up and exploded the way it is, these young men had good insurance policies, but hospitals couldn't keep them because half the time they were wasting away. Their bodies couldn't get enough calories, so they'd send them home. The insurance companies would pay nurses, such as myself and another nurse, to take care of them. Not only did we give them their medication, give them their IVs, but we also cooked for them. And we cooked high-calorie foods and tried to get as much into them so they would keep up their weight as much as possible, which was hard to do for some of them because they would be so sick. And the medicines were intense. The early acyclovirs were hard on them. A lot of things were IV drugs. They hadn't put them in pill forms. We lost a lot fast. The young men, when you saw them, you didn't think about what their sexual preferences were. You thought about them as people. At least I did. And I just agonized over the fact that I'd lose one because you become close to them. You start to endear yourself to them, and they endear themselves to you. But once again, some nurses don't want to clean up stools. They don't want to clean up vomit, and they feel they're above that. There's another stigma attached to it. A lot of white nurses, and I hate to say it that way, but that's the fact. You know, nursing sometimes is seen as, even though it's a blue-collar job, it's not a white-collar job, but people go into it for different reasons. I went into it because I wanted to help people. I found out some years later that my own brother, my oldest brother, has AIDS. He had, well, let's see, he was HIV. It doesn't become AIDS until they have an episode. And his was pneumocystic carni. That's that pneumonia. And then it converts over to AIDS. And he's been living with it now for 25 years. And, you know, it's surprising. I saw him the other day. We had dinner. And I said, "You look very well." He says, "Oh, yeah." I said, "Boy," I said, "AIDS didn't do you bad." He said, "It's the diabetes that's killing me. Then got my eyesight. I have neuropathy." I mean, he went on to tell me about diabetes. He takes his regimen of medications. Now he's on 3, you know, plus the regimen of diabetes medicines that he's on. But he says the HIV or the AIDS now does not even affect him. But he goes to the Ponce de Leon Center, where part of Grady's system, and he goes there.